Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. I'm Adam. This is another episode of MUFC Transfer Talk, and this is the 7th episode of the pre-season so far. I was gonna say the transfer window, but the transfer window hasn't even opened yet. Yes, it hasn't even opened yet. And to think some Manchester United fans are out here panicking. Let's not panic, eh? Let's relax. Now, first things first, some confirmed news that we did discuss yesterday. So if you want to read more about that, then get on the yesterday's stream after we're finished here. But in yesterday's stream, we discussed Zlatan Ibrahimovic being released by Manchester United. And that is the case. He has been released by Manchester United, although he will undergo his recovery from knee surgery at Old Trafford. He has been released and he hasn't been offered another contract. Why is it every time I go live on Adam McKola TV, police sirens fly past the house? Probably part and parcel of living in the hood, I suppose. But yeah, always happens. Don't worry, they're not here after me. Anyway, guys, get liking, get commenting, get sharing, just as Glenn says. Ruben, thank you for the comment about my beard. Shashwat, thank you for watching all the way from India. Tom, thank you for getting involved. Juan is in Minnesota in the USA. Why is there always feds, says Islamic Reminders, and Manny plays as well. Why is there always feds? Well, basically, I live in a bit of a rough part, so that's why there's always feds. Anyway, guys, we're going to start talking about Zlatan, start talking about Morata. But as I said, if you want more on Zlatan Ibrahimovic not being renewed a contract, then we did speak about that yesterday on MUFC Transfer Talk number 6. Matthew Jarvis just joining us. You haven't missed much, mate. We've been live for about 2 minutes now and we've just got stuck into the main things. Obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic being released by Manchester United. It's sad news, but it's expected news. It's sad because we saw Zlatan Ibrahimovic go out with an injury. And it was really, really disappointing to see that be the case. But it's also expected because you don't expect Manchester United to give out a huge contract to a player that is going to be injured and we don't know when he's going to return. I'm glad that the club are allowing him to continue his recuperation and his recovery at the club using their medical facilities. I'm glad that's happening. He deserves that kind of treatment because he's put in great effort for Manchester United. 28 goals whilst he's been here as well. Some fantastic performances, and from a 34-year-old that many had written off. He's given us some great memories as well. The hat-trick against Saint Etienne, the 2 goals in the EFL Cup final, even just him being on the pitch in Stockholm after we lifted the Europa League trophy. But of course, he was supposed to be lifting that trophy. He wasn't supposed to be in a tracksuit, and it was really disappointing to see him go out like that. I wouldn't write it off, him actually signing another contract again for United maybe in 4 or 5 months if his recovery goes well, if United need the numbers. But I'm hoping our summer transfer window goes well, and I'm hoping that Manchester United don't need to call upon a Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't think we will see him in a United shirt again, as has been the case. His contract hasn't been renewed, and that's totally understandable from a footballing perspective and a business perspective for Manchester United. But he is being allowed to continue his recovery at Old Trafford, which is great news. Ron, Nigel, Kenji, Salman, James, thank you all for getting involved. James says he could still come back after he's recovered. Apparently, yes, that is potentially the case. It's because his train is going to recover at Old Trafford. He's going to have all the medical treatment at Carrington. So United will be able to keep a close eye on him. If it looks like he's going to come back and he's not going to have much issues with his knee or whatever else he is injured in that horrific injury, then it could still play for Manchester United again. But it's not likely to happen. And as I said, if United were confident that he would be coming back to full fitness, then I'm sure we would have offered him a new contract. Anyway, guys, keep your comments coming in about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And as Manny Plays says, let's get this to 400 likes. At the moment, we're on 52. We've got about 20-25 minutes. We'll be live on the stream. So can we push this to 400 likes today? There's almost 200 of you in here at the moment. So if you guys all hit that like button, we're halfway there. Do that right now. You're not going to miss a thing, and it doesn't take you long. 200 viewers at the moment. Thank you all for joining us. The Unknown says he messed up his ankle in football today. United aren't signing him, mate. the dream never dies. Make sure you get your recovery on, and good luck with your recovery, and I hope your ankle isn't too bad. Who do you want besides Morata, says Juan Contreras. Hope you said your name right. Who do I want besides Morata? I'm not too sure. I just want United to make quality signings. Now, there's a lot of players I could say that are unlikely to get signed by Manchester United. James, thank you for liking, and Nigel, thank you for already liking. There are players that I could say, but United aren't going to sign them. I like Dybala. I like a few other players. But they're very unrealistic for Manchester United to sign. So I'm not going to say. All I'm going to say is I stand behind whoever Jose signs, because his signings so far have been excellent. Steph, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Adam Suresh says, I don't know if Morata is good enough, to be honest. And Noel also says, what's your opinion on Morata to United? So first things first, what I'll do is I'll give you the reports that we have got coming through today. Now, these did come through a few hours ago, but I know some of you guys go college, you're in school, etc., etc. My scope of ages on my channel is absolutely incredible, from like 14, 15, all the way up to 45, 50. So incredible span of ages, and I'm trying to keep everyone involved. That's why I didn't do it straight away as soon as the news broke. I knew a lot of you wouldn't be able to tune in. So United have apparently agreed a deal with Alvaro Morata to join the club. So we've agreed terms, personal terms with Alvaro Morata. That is according to the Telegraph, and it's also according to the Independent and multiple other sources as well. Few sources came out in Spain saying similar things, Marca, AS, etc. And loads of places in England are saying Morata has agreed terms with the club. But United have not agreed a fee with Real Madrid yet. It's believed they want around £75 million for him, which is an absolute incredible fee. Look, I know price tags are crazy at the moment, but that's incredible for Morata. But United are in and around looking to pay £60 million. Now, £60 million for a 24-year-old goal scorer who has a lot of experience already at Juventus and Real Madrid, has helped them win trophies, although he hasn't been a key figure for them. He has only been third choice behind the likes of Ronaldo and Benzema, so it's not like he's been on the bench to poor players. Whenever he's played, he's scored goals. He's got 20 goals this season. So Morata has a lot of positives to him. He's also different to the way Rashford and Martial play. He offers something different to the team. He's a new number 9. We're losing one with Zlatan Ibrahimovic going out. So he ticks a lot of boxes for Manchester United. At 24, with the potential to improve as well. He's a perfect signing for United in that sense. He fits in with the mould of players that we already have within the club. Paul Pogba and he also had a great link up together at Juventus. If you watch some of his goals when he was at Juventus, you see Paul Pogba was involved so many times. And we've seen countless times this season for Manchester United where Paul Pogba's put some balls in and they just haven't found their man. They haven't found their man. And maybe someone that knows Paul Pogba's game a little bit more could score a few more goals off him. So there's that too. Jose Mourinho also gave Alvaro Morata his debut for Real Madrid. Now, obviously, a lot of people say Jose don't give young players a chance. He gave Morata a chance. Morata is someone that is seemed to be one of Jose's unfinished projects, a youth player that he wants to keep developing. And at only 24 years old, Jose still has the chance to develop his potential and his ability. So I think Alvaro Morata for £60-65 million, whatever it ends up being, would be a good bit of business, particularly in this day and age, in this market. Now, I see some of you are mentioning Harry Kane in the comments, and I seen something on Sky Sports today, Paul Merson obviously talking shit again, but he was talking about why don't Manchester United go for Harry Kane? United could go for Harry Kane with the same amount of money. Listen, to sign Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United would have to give a world record fee, would have to toss off Daniel Levy, and Jose Mourinho would have to kiss Pochettino's arse. They will make it so difficult for United to sign Harry Kane, even if we wanted to enter into those negotiations. And I think Harry Kane, Dele Alli, I think they are buying into that Tottenham project that's there at the moment with Pochettino. But I also think in a year or two they may get fed up of that project because Spurs don't seem like they're going to be winning trophies. Are they going to win the Champions League? No. Are they going to win the Premier League? No. Are they going to win an FA Cup, League Cup? That's a possibility. But yeah, I can see some of their players in the future getting fed up of the lack of silverware at Spurs. But I can't see that happening just yet. I can't see Harry Kane leaving Tottenham in the next 12 months at least. So Nigel's actually said Harry Kane's overrated, and I totally disagree with that. I think Harry Kane's mint. I would love him at Manchester United. He'd probably be the perfect replacement for Zlatan. It's unrealistic though. It's not going to happen. I think Alvaro Morata is realistic. I think at £60 million, yes, it's a lot of money. It's not coming out of my pocket. And I think when you take into consideration everything else, the fact that he has goals in him, scored 20 goals this season, or the season just gone, he's well experienced, etc., etc. He's something that we haven't got in the team as well. I don't get worried for Rashford and Martial when I hear we're going to sign Morata, because he's nothing like those two players. So I think Morata could be a good move. And as I said, these stories are in the Telegraph and in the Independent as well. Funnily enough though, a lot of you guys have been saying Bellotti, Bellotti, Bellotti. You all want Bellotti, Bellotti, Bellotti. Now, Statman Dave has been one that's been saying he wants Bellotti, and Bellotti's had a fantastic season for Torino. But that is all he's done so far as a 24-year-old. He's very young though. He's very young. And Independent are going a step further and saying not only will Manchester United get Morata, but we'll also get Andre Bellotti too. Now, do you guys think we will sign two strikers this summer? Do you think we should sign two strikers this summer? Niklas says the strikers we're linked to, Morata and Bellotti, are they at the level of the Kanes, the Sanchez's, etc.? And I can totally see where you're coming from. I think they have the ability to, and I think it's nice to see us invest in potential. But maybe, like you say, they're not strikers like Zlatan who's going to come in and guarantee goals. So that may be a little bit of a worry. Are we actually replacing the goals that Zlatan Ibrahimovic brings into the side? But I think also you can at least expect 5 to 10 more goals from Rashford, 5 to 10 more goals from Anthony Martial. And if you get an extra 10 to 20 goals from those two players combined, as well as, let's say, 10 to 20 goals from a new striker, then you can replace those goals that you have missed with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But also, even with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, if United didn't have to replace him, some would say we still need another striker. Juan Contreras says we need one more after Morata, if Morata does sign. So it's been interesting to see what you guys think. We've got the League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League next season. So we've got all these competitions we need to battle in. Can you see us succeeding with a 4-striker system, which is what it would be? It would be Rashford, Martial, Bellotti and Morata, if these rumours are true. So Morata seems to be the case that negotiations are going well, personal terms agreed, and we're just waiting to agree a fee with Real Madrid. Whereas on the other hand, Bellotti seems to be a whole lot of rumour at the moment, but the rumours have consistently been there for about a week, and they Independent are saying we will get both. Rooney's right testicle with the good old name says get both. Mark NC says is the Rooney replacement. Is Griezmann not the Rooney replacement? And then does us signing Morata and Bellotti means Griezmann is off the cards next season? What do you think to that? So get your comments in, guys. Make sure you keep your comments coming in. I've spoken quite a lot now, so I'm going to read some of your comments. Fizz thinks Morata will get the number 9 next season. Morata's conversion rate is 25% better than Zlatan, says Ron. He has got a good conversion rate. The only problem for me is he plays against the lesser sides for Real Madrid. So he's not been playing in the bigger games. He's not been playing in the, starting in the Champions League finals, semi-finals, etc. Yes, he scores goals, but he hasn't been playing in those key games. So those goals have been coming against the likes of Leganes. That's not a flaw, of course. You have to score against who you play against. And he's scored 20-odd goals in, I think, 37 games. So he's got a decent record this season. We've got 130 likes on the stream at the moment. We've got 251 people watching right now. Guys, hit that like button, please. Get smashing that like button. Mkhitaryan can replace Rooney, says Nigel. Can he adjust easily enough, says Paul Wade. Adam, love you too, mate. Thank you for getting involved. Morata is a great player for United, says Matty. Morata more proven than Bellotti, says Shane. I do agree with you there. Number 9 jersey back to Martial, says Noel. I'm not sure you should just keep chopping and changing jerseys. What's wrong with the number 11? Look, if Martial wanted the number 9 and it's available, let him take it. If it means that much to him, let him take it. I can see why some players like and prefer to play in a certain shirt. But if it's not that big of a deal to me, what shirt number someone wears. Steph, thank you for liking, mate. Able to do work, says Sign Skulls. After seeing him in the Carrick testimonial, I'm convinced he can still do it. If you just have Ander Herrera and Paul Pogba around him, being his legs, let Paul Pogba just sit there. Paul Scholes just sit there spraying the balls. He could probably still do it, right? Like and share. You know, blood class, says Rooney's right testicle. Who do I fancy for the number 10 position? Says Crazy a deal. With Wayne Rooney going out, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's a very interesting one. I honestly don't know. I genuinely don't know. Could someone that's in the squad take it already? What about James Rodriguez suddenly linked with Liverpool, says Ron. As I've said before, and I've said many times on Adam McKola TV and on MUFC Transfer Talk, I don't think we're going to sign James Rodriguez. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't get the feeling we're going to sign him. When I look at the rumours that are coming out with for James Rodriguez, they seem to be emanating from Spain. There doesn't seem to really be anything there. And James Rodriguez, I like him as a player. I think he's fantastic. Goals, assists, skill, set pieces. But he doesn't strike me as a Jose Mourinho signing. Does he to you strike you as a player Jose Mourinho will bring into the team? When you look at the calibre of player he's signing, I don't think Rodriguez fits in with that. I think Rodriguez is too nice. I think he needs everything to be going his right way. But I do think he's a good football. Being a Mashach, I don't know shit, mate. I'm just giving my opinion, you know what I mean? Just like you guys are. High Exchange Gaming, how you doing? Looks like you're a Spurs fan. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Everyone is welcome. Spanish press trying to create the rumours to help Madrid sell Rodriguez, says Tom Alvarez. I absolutely agree with you. Sonny B says, hey. Video M says, no, he doesn't work hard enough. James Rodriguez is not a Jose player, says Mark NZ. Will it affect commercially with departure of Zlatan and Rooney unless we sign another marketable player, even in the small scale, says no. I totally agree with that as well. Manchester United are a business, and Ed Woodward will be thinking, shit, if we lose Rooney, if we lose Zlatan, we've lost players that will be selling a lot of shirts. How do we replace those players? Now, of course, you've got the likes of Pogba, Rashford, Martial. They'll sell a lot of shirts. But Zlatan and Rooney are the biggest names at the club. If you lose both of them, you've lost a lot of commercial clout. But Manchester United is commercial clout in itself. And I think the players we bring in, if we bring in a Morata, I think he is very commercially sellable. And I think United will bring in players that will be able to capture markets in other areas, which I'm sure Edward would love to do. If he's not going to do that, then he'll just sign a few more commercial seals and get the name out there a little bit more. That's why it seems he wants Morata and Bellotti. James was second choice to Griezmann, now can see him coming, says Nigel. Bro, for me, no expectations for next season. For me, do you have any? Says Mashach. I do have expectations for next season. Now that we're in the Champions League, I want to see us at least we have to get through the group stages and potentially progress in the knockout stages. I'm not saying we have to win it. It's a cup competition though, and anything can happen. I'd like to see us have good, strong cup runs again. You think about us having a strong squad. Manchester United have got a strong squad, so you utilise that squad. And we can do that in the League Cup and the FA Cup. So I want us to do well in there. And the league, we have to be challenging for the league. It is Jose Mourinho's second season. He says it as well. He loves the second season because he knows more about his players. He knows more about the club. He knows what players to bring in. And I truly believe we will challenge for the league title next season. We have to challenge. But I also think getting Champions League football will allow us to challenge for the Premier League because it frees up our schedule a lot better. And it allows us to juggle our squad a little bit better. I think the pressure of not have like now we're in the Champions League. We'll expect to finish in the top four, and now I'm not having that pressure of will we not, will we, won't we finish in the top four. I think that will play in our favour as well, and I think United will challenge for the league next season, and that's my expectation as well. Pereira should get some games this season, says Derek, and I totally agree with you. Samuel is showing the love in the comments. Thank you, mate. AC Milan are back, says Manny Plays. Let's wait and see, but it looks like they got a bit of money behind them now. And with the history that they do have, I'm sure they will always attract players, especially with the way Juventus are playing in Italy. They're bringing the Italian league back up again. Lazio, Napoli, Torino. They've got teams that are making it competitive out there in Serie A now. I still think it's way behind. Well, not way behind, but I still think it's behind the Spanish league, La Liga. I think it's still behind the Premier League and possibly on par with the Bundesliga because of the fact you have more teams battling, you have more history in there with the likes of Napoli, as I said, Juventus, Lazio, Torino, AC Milan, Inter Milan. I think it would be on par, if not ahead of the Bundesliga, but I still don't think it's caught up with La Liga and the Premier League just yet. Obviously, when it went through the old scandal with the match fixing and all that stuff, it took a big hit then. For you guys that are joining us late, by the way, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yesterday, we hit the landmark of 32,000 subscribers on Adam McKola TV, and we have climbed now to 32,026. Hopefully, that keeps climbing. My target by the time the season starts again is 40,000. Now, that may be a little bit optimistic, but if you don't be optimistic, then what are you going to achieve? Nothing. So I want to hit 40,000 by the time we get to August the 16th or whenever the Premier League kicks off. So help me do that by getting people to hit that subscribe button, telling your friends that watch Full Time Devils, that don't watch Adam McKola TV, that Adam's got his own YouTube channel, subscribe to it. So let everybody know, and make sure you share, like, subscribe, etc. so we can go up in that algorithm. Can't even spell it, but I can say it. I know what it means. Congrats, says Noel. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for all the congratulations. The fight isn't there yet. We need to keep going. Thank you, Crazy Pizza Gaming. Let's get 100k by the end of the year, says Manny. Fingers and toes crossed, mate. Colin McMahon says I deserve it. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Ron. So, guys, how are we feeling then? We got about 10 minutes left of this stream. We haven't managed to hit the dizzying heights of 500 live viewers, but the 200 odd so that we have had in the stream, I fucking love you guys, man. Thank you for joining me. So today, we're talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We did talk about him a lot yesterday, so go and check that out. But we're talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic not getting his contract renewed at Old Trafford. We're also talking about Morata as well. Alvaro Morata, Manchester United are believed to have agreed personal terms with Alvaro Morata. We now just need to agree a fee with Real Madrid, believed to be around 60 to 65 million pounds if we can get the deal through. Also, Belotti has continued to be linked to Manchester United, so that's an interesting one as well. WWE fan, I love you, mate. I liked it twice as our doctor. I didn't know you could do that, but thank you. Wagwan says, Josh, how you doing, mate? Morata only scored 1 goal less than Griezmann and played 22 less games, says Maka. Morata or Belotti, which is better in your opinion? Personally, Morata, but Belotti has shown great potential. I think he just needs to do it for a little bit longer, but I can see why teams would want to sign him now, because if you miss out on him and he does turn out to be an absolute Italian goal-scoring god, then you will be gutted, won't you? Shout out to Adam O'Donoghue. Abdullah says Lindelof. Yes, we are hearing a lot of rumours about Lindelof. Let me do a little bit of a search while you've got me here live. Now, I won't be live tomorrow. I won't be live on Sunday either. I'll be very busy over the weekend, but I'll be back on Monday. Now, the IB Times, now I don't know why they've got Portuguese publication Record, says that a fee in the range of 40 million euros has been agreed between both clubs for Victor Lindelof, and is set to arrive at the club for a medical next week. So those are the reports in Portugal at the moment in regards to Victor Lindelof. The United have agreed a fee of £35 million or 40 million euros, and the 22-year-old centre-half will have his medical at Old Trafford next week. Remains to be seen whether that's true. The British press haven't really picked up on that one. It has been fire in the Portuguese press. Now, I do know the English press can usually be late or behind for things like that, and they're not usually on the ball. They're usually late with everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announce it after United have announced it. But Portuguese press are saying Victor Lindelof is close to being Man United's first signing. Will Morata get through the door first? Will Lindelof get through the door first? Will we unveil them both at the same time? Will neither of them sign for Manchester United? It remains to be seen, but the rumours at the moment are very, very strong. So guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get your comments in below about Morata, about Lindelof, about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. What are your favourite memories of the man, the myth, the legend, the goal-scoring machine, Zlatan Ibrahimovic? What's your favourite memories? My favourite memory has to be the EFL Cup final against Southampton, where he dug it out, he got the goals, he got us the cup in the bag, and of course, watching him on the field celebrate the Europa League triumph. It was disappointing he wasn't in a kit, sweating, having helped us win the game, but he was there, and it was great to see that as well. He's absolutely helped Manchester United raise the levels, raise the mentality at the club, and I really, really do like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I'm glad I got to see him in a Man United shirt. Done it up. Perisic says Perisic transfer suddenly died, says Ron. I believe the Perisic transfer could still be on. Now, Inter Milan need to raise a certain amount of money for FFP, I think it is. And United have made an offer, and we don't want to increase that offer. And I think we're waiting for them to crack and just accept our offer. They want 50 million apparently. We've offered around 35, and we're just waiting for them to accept that. That's how I've read that at the moment. So it's kind of like a waiting game. United acting like we ain't that arsed if you do or you don't accept it, and Inter Milan acting like we're not arsed if we don't sell the player. But in reality, they do need the money. So that's how I see that situation. I wouldn't be surprised if we got Morata, Perisic, and Victor Lindelof through the door, and then Belotti remains to be seen. I could see those three signing, Lindelof, Perisic, and Morata, and then two others coming in. But hey, what the hell do I know? Anyway, guys, Rooney's right testicle says it's time to chill and smoke a fat J. I suppose it is Friday. Whatever you are doing, guys, whether you're going out for a drink, whether you're going out for a meal, whether you're chilling in the house, whether you're playing FIFA all night, whatever you're doing, have a good one. Have a great weekend. And for now, guys, I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.